here it is, guys. This is the final game, the final match of this Android Netrunner tournament at GenCon 2013. It's the National Championships. These two guys, Jimmy Riss, Justin Kopinski, have gotten to this final stage after, I think, 240 were slotted in for this thing. And man, a 2-day event. Congratulations to both of these guys. They deserve it. My name's Steven.
I'm Robert.
And we're with Team Covenant, and we are just in love with Netrunner and many other games, but just loving this thing and going to watch and see if Noise, under the control of Jimmy Risk, can defeat Justin Kopinski playing the often derided Jinteki, though these days I think people are finally starting to understand that this corporation can totally bring it. And talking to Justin after the con, and that interview is on the way, I remember him talking about why he ran Jinteki, and one of the key things is that the runner is really good at getting credits, but currently they can't quite compete on cards. So he wanted to choose a corp that could attack the hand and attack the cards, a different type of economy, instead of attacking the credits, which to me, I'd never really heard it put that way, but it makes a lot of sense. So two red identities going after each other, and we saw Noise played by Jimmy in the top 4, but I don't even think we ever saw a personal workshop. I don't know if he's running workshop with Noise. I think I remember he was. I interviewed him as well, so we're gonna find out. Maybe we'll see it this game. And Jinteki looking like a pretty good hand there. I didn't see a single agenda.
No, there's just one.
There's just one. There's the Gila hands over there. First action, hedge fund. All right, pressure is on, man. I can feel it. Second and third, doing a remote. This is a favored Justin opening. You get an agenda really early. There's a Chimera. Woo! Card that a lot of people don't like, but man, necessary. And Parasite kills it. That's going to open up that agenda, I can only imagine. Boom. There it is. Gila hands taking net damage. So answers were there. That is the ultimate downside of Chimera. Getting rid of the pawn shop could be a big deal. Big deal whenever Noise is in the house. Notice that the centrals were wide open, but not checked. And sometimes with Jinteki, you don't really want to check them. That's the issue.
Just asking to be snared.
Just asking to be snared, yeah. And that early hand, a lot of times it's got exactly what you want in it. Going to install a card on the remote there and install one more over the server. So back over. We're going to have to pay close attention to the number of cards in Jimmy's hand, because I think that could always be an issue against Jinteki. He's going to run HQ and take a look. And hey, it's a Cerebral. It's going to get trashed. You don't mind seeing that. Let's run HQ again. There's the Fetal. 2 to score. And an additional 1 net damage for the identity.
That's crazy.
And then always we're going to draw. And you had to pay 2 to steal Fetal. So down to 1 credit. Yeah, maybe, man. So 2 draws, I could try to recover from that. And Justin's got to be feeling a little bit nervous here. Got 3 points right off the bat. Only needs to win this game without Justin hitting 4. So I could easily see that happening at this pace. Just got to figure out how best to do it. So much in the discard pile right now. Jimmy, and that's not generally how Noise wants to operate. Usually wants to set himself up, take his time, and go. But Justin not really allowing Jimmy the luxury of having that time. Having to really consider here. We have the credit hedge fund over there. And just drawing. Just draw. Jimmy, just draw. Can't play it too safe here. Putting 3 on Katie. And we got a lot of draws here. The priority rec happens. Going to install over R&D. And now install another over the remote. And then I think we're going to install, I don't know, Justin likes to install those agendas, but he does not. Just going to gain the cash. First action, gaining 6 off Katie. I'm going to sure gamble. So now we're in the money. Can start to maybe build something with Noise here. Aesop's, or I'm sorry, Personal Workshop. So it is there, yes, and Grimoire. So we do have the workshop now. Install Advance, Priority Rec, knocking on the door here, one of Justin's favorite plays. Doesn't care about the effect, just wants the 3 points. Because Jinteki always installs and advances twice, you may as well make it worth 3 points rather than 2. And man, this makes it a difficult decision. If that's a June bug, you can't afford to take a Neural Katana into a June bug. You just can't do it. I think he's going to have to let this one pass. Yep, that's exactly what he does.
Yep.
Yep, just drawing in and pumping Katie. So 3 to advance. And let's take a look at it. I assume that's what he's going to do, yeah? All right, yes.
Had to make some singles.
Love it when I'm right. All right, Priority Rec. And what are we going to res with it? I'm going to res a Chum. A massive 1 credit saved. But hey, it's scary. A lot of times Jinteki doesn't want you to know what their ice is, too. So once we see a nice other neutral 3-pointer that has an effect that's more favorable to Jinteki, this might actually become a much better deck. So 3 points now. Justin only needing to get to 5 points to win this thing. Can he get 2 more agenda points? What do you think?
I bet he can.
I'll bet he can.
It's not too much to ask.
I'm not thinking this is a great matchup for Noise, really. Noise is usually a bit slower on the runner. And that could really come back to haunt. If only you're running Wizard, right?
Nobody beats the Wizard.
Man, that remote too. I don't know. This is a very tricky proposition here. Now, what Justin could start doing is installing those snares. And just force. You got to take a look at him. It could be a brain trust, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Is it install and get 2 credits. And this is exactly what Justin's done. I don't know if he did install the snare there. But this puts Jimmy in such an interesting position. I don't know the right call here. If that's a snare, it's just a disaster. If you hit a Neural Katana into a snare, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Can't break the Chum? Man, you need those breakers out there. Medium not really going to do much good against Jinteki. That's too dangerous. Grimoire coming out of the workshop.
Interesting.
Parasite going to come out and put a counter on something, imagine. The pop-up window. We're going to bring a medium out. And now we're going to run R&D. None of that taking any actions, just remember. No cards. Really trying to just kind of win the thing here. Let's see what happens next. Ooh, almost had a bold play over there. You see that? You wanted to be bold. Do you check archives for the win here? I think you probably have to. Having to weigh the options. This is where Netrunner is at its finest. Gonna go ahead and look at archives.
Check it.
Ooh,
priority. Big deal.
We got a priority wreck.
1 away.
We're taking 1 damage. 1 away. 1 agenda point away from Jimmy taking this whole thing.
That's huge.
Could be R&D.
What? So close. So close.
Nothing. 4 cards.
Ah.
Oh, man.
Surprise brain trust.
That's crazy.
And it was over.
Oh, I love it so much. Look at how close that was.
That's great.
Oh, unbelievable. Couldn't get in the brain trust. Almost just won it
Whoa,
outright
look at those
there
bags.
on R&D.
Sweet swag.
Great loot. Look at these guys, man. Wow, so close. Remember, we watched in the top 4, putting down a trap. The runner didn't fall for it, and it ultimately hurt. If it was an agenda, it would have been fine.
Right.
Now, the other direction here, we see what happens when you just play the agenda, and what can you do?
Yeah.
What can you do? If it had been a trap, it would have been a complete misplay, but instead it's a game-winning play, and
Just gotta
unbelievable.
call it sometimes, one way or the other. That was huge.
Gets a priority rec in archives and then hits 4 cards off R&D and sees no agendas. Tough call there, man. Tough. So again, huge congrats to Justin Kopinski, the GenCon 2013 national champion, a fantastic player, and also Jimmy Risk getting to the finals. Another fantastic player. I couldn't be more pleased with the folks that we saw in the finals here. Both played expert games all throughout. I think there was probably like 10, 11 games all told that had to be played really well in order to get to this point. So really just fascinating. We're looking at the hey, there's Jonathan. We're looking at the swag coming in, everything these guys have won, but really more than anything, what they've won is respect and just kind of the admiration of people like us and all the players watching these games. So
yeah, congrats to those guys.
Yeah,
amazing achievement.
Huge congrats. Let's go ahead and look at the graph, see how this game actually read out. Man, it doesn't really tell the complete tale of the pins and needles that both these players were on. We see Jimmy really getting low on the credits early and then finally busting up and then flatlining towards the end of the game. And Justin doing his usual, kind of staying about where he likes to stay, right between 10 and 5, kind of the money spot there, sitting at 7 and 8, and then pretty much flatlining out. Man, 5 points to 6 points at the end, and the Brain Trust seals it. So amazing. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. If you'd like more content for Netrunner and other LCGs that we cover, other games that we cover, just go ahead and subscribe. We would love to send you that content. If you want to support our efforts here at Team Covenant, we do have a store where you can buy not only data packs, which is nice, but identity packs, which is a really cool way to get the things that you need, and also subscribe to our data pack subscription plan, which is nice if you don't have a local game store, you just want to get the stuff with no hassles, no problem. Rob, you got anything else?
No, great games both times. Congrats to both these guys. It's really awesome to see such a tight game at the end.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic series. Hope you guys dug it, and we will catch you on the next video.